What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 7, Metro 26, Boston Bruins Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting the last episode. If you guys leave a thumbs up on this one, I'd really appreciate it. Now, definitely go and check out the last episode if you have not. As you guys can see there, we actually finally won the Stanley Cup. This is the Bruins' first Stanley Cup since 2011, which means it took them 20 years to win the next one. But honestly, not too bad. Some teams, Toronto Maple Leafs, have been waiting a lot longer. So I'm really hoping we run it back here. I do think we have the team to do it. We're stacked top to bottom. We got a good mix of vets and young players. So first line there, we're keeping the same. It's been this way for I think the past few seasons. James Hagan at left wing, McTavish, Pasternak getting a +5. McTavish now at 94 is honestly incredible growth. Of course, for the second line, we got Barzal there playing with Zacha and Rubric. They get a +4. Forsberg we added to the team. He's playing with Quint there, the rookie, and Jack Quinn. They get +1. And then we got Harrison, Minton, Ledwinski. Pretty cheap, fourth line, not too bad. Also, too, I'll talk to everyone. Try and boost these chemistries. You guys forget Quinton here, the rookie, 96 passing. Hopefully that'll be big for like the power play, just feeding, I think, Jack Quinn. Defensively here, we're trying DuPont, McAvoy again, top pair. I mean, they're the two best guys. DuPont's not producing, but he is, helping us win, so we'll keep him. Byers there on the second pairing with Gouli, and then Vasilayev and Lozon on the bottom pair. We just grabbed Lozon too for a one-year deal. The elite truculence is huge. Swayman's now at 90, starting goalie. Dobesh still backing him up. And now look at that power play one, guys. Again, absolutely stacked. They get +5. Everybody there's a 90+. Power play 2 gets a +4. Obviously, still some very good players. Four-man 1's a +5. Second one there's a +2. PK-wise, we're actually running 2 fourth liners on the first unit just because they'll have a lot more energy. They get a +5 as well, which is kind of crazy, no X factors. And then second pairing also gets +5. Third one there's a 0, but honestly, I'm really happy. We got Zacha then on the first 3-man with a +5. So, overall, good team and good chemistry. AHL-wise, a lot of high 70s here. We do have a couple 80s, Tomasino and Beck. So they have not won a Calder Cup yet. I think we have a chance here defensively as well. Mostly high 70s. And then looking at the goaltenders, DiPietro, of course, still starting. And now if we're getting started, guys, with the sim, we'll take a look at the ratings. We've got 94 offense and 93 defense and 92 goaltending. So hopefully that's good enough to win back-to-back cups. Let's see what happens. And now real quick, guys, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, the Simulation Hockey League. If you guys are a fan of Be a Pro or franchise, I think you'd really be interested in this. The SHL allows you to create your dream pro hockey player and customize their attributes and play style, all within their easy-to-use portal. You'll actually be drafted live on stream by one of 16 junior teams who have a chance to compete for the junior championship. Afterwards, you'll be drafted by one of 24 SHL teams for a chance to compete for the Challenger Cup, which of course is their version of the Stanley Cup. And you can even earn in-game money for your player, of course, via your player contract, but you can also do things like community tasks or even creating graphics and articles. And through these tasks, you'd also earn points to upgrade your pro's attributes, helping to turn him into the next SHL Hall of Famer. And on the site, you'll be able to catch up on game results as well as player stats, even advanced stats, and they also have the ability to actually watch games live, even sometimes with commentary. So if this sounds like something you guys would be interested in, you can join the SHL today with other fellow hockey enthusiasts by clicking the link in the description box below. Now, guys, let's get back to the video. Also, too, guys, in terms of contract extensions, we only do have one season left after this one. So looking at Hagens, Barzal, Zacha, we're going to try and get them as cheap as possible. And, if that works out on a one-year deal, even better. Maybe like a McDavid contract. Wow, as I was talking, I see Hagens want 17 million bucks. Even on a 1 year, it doesn't change. I mean, I'll wait just because I can't see it going higher. But if he does have a bad season, it could go lower. Barzal, we cannot extend. Zach has been on a really good team-friendly deal. He actually wants one again, so I'm going to definitely extend him here. Let's see, 7. Oh, wow, we could actually get him pretty cheap because usually for me, as long as it's like within those last 2 bars, they say yes. Just to be safe, we'll do 6 1/4 there for 2 years. I don't really see us moving on from him. Jack Quinn, he might be a guy we have to let go. Yeah, 11 million bucks on the third line. He'll be good for this season. I don't know why he's asking for that as an 86. Forsberg, I also think, will be a rental. Same with Lozon. Harrison here, I mean, on the fourth line, if he's cheap, 3 million bucks. Unfortunately, he's priced himself out. And then Swayman actually will finally need a new contract. 9.8, that's not terrible. 1 year, it really doesn't get cheaper. He wants no move. I mean, I don't plan on switching it up in like the last year. So if we can get it for 8 something, 8.5 might be a little bit close. We'll try 8.6 there. 3 years, full no move. He gets a slight raise. Hopefully he says yes. Also, too, I think I'm going to extend a Jakub Brabenec just because he's got pretty good defensive stats. Physical's not bad. Could be a Harrison replacement. And for 900K, yeah, that'll definitely do the part. Now, unfortunately, guys, Zacha actually rejected the offer. I thought that was pretty fair. We'll offer him a bit more. Swayman, though, said yes. Brabenec there said yes. Okay, so we'll circle back on Zacha. And look at this guy. Zacha's actually a 90 now. Probably has to do with, like, the, coach conversation. And are you kidding me? And now he wants 8.8. So we should have just offered him the extra, like, 500K. I mean, he's 34, so he could drop in, rating. by the summer. I guess, yeah, we're just going to wait on him. We should have enough money that it doesn't matter either way, but like I said, sometimes it's worth, risking it. And now right here, guys, St. Louis Blues are offering us Ryan O'Reilly with a third rounder. For Bolin, there's a medium top 6. Ruedel, the medium top 6 defenseman. If O'Reilly's still decent, he could help out the fourth line. 78, he's got tape to tape of all X factors. Yeah, I think we can definitely pass on him. He's 40 years old. Not quite the same player. And now at the December here, guys, our record's 23-8-5, so we're looking really good. We're currently first there in the Atlantic Division. Take a look next at the AHL team, 20-10-3. They're third place, so also not doing too bad. And now, guys, we're at the trade deadline here. Record 39-16-7, so team continues to crush it. We're actually second, though, in the division behind the Panthers. AHL team there, 72 points. They're currently third. Wow, and look at this. Pasternak's already got 97 points at the deadline. I mean, this is what happens when he actually plays power play. Somebody pointed out last episode I somehow had Sorelli in for him on the first power play. Sorelli was double shifting. Now, Pasternak's back to his old self. Goals there, 62 at the deadline. Oh my god. Hagen, 67. Hagen's might get paid. But honestly, with Pasternak performing that well, that is, totally fine with me. So we'll get to the deadline. I think we have like $3 million or so inside cap space. Of course, we're going to retain like 50% on somebody, to try and bring in a player. Leo Carlson, 93 overall, $12.5 million. I mean, if we could make that happen, that'd be awesome. I don't think we'll be able to. Jake Sanderson, 90 overall, way less value. Maybe there's a chance. Chicken still has 2 years left. Luke Hughes there. Gabe Perreault never actually got signed. Interesting. You don't see that happen too much this year. Jake Neighbors, Coronado, Lekkerimaki, and Noah Hannafin there. 1 year left. 7.3. Okay, so I mean, we could go shopping for like Sanderson if we can't get him. Get Hannafin for a bit cheaper. I am just kind of curious. Carlson here. Do we even... Yeah. We actually do have $4 million in cap space, so potentially we could do it, but I don't think we'll have the assets. And Lenny Dupont here is actually having a slightly better year. He's got 28 points so far. That's actually what he's kind of finished with the last few years, so hopefully he can at least, push 40. And so right here, guys, the offer making the Senators for Jake Sanderson. You can see I actually had them retaining 50%. It's only going to cost us $4 million. 90 overall D-man, 6 goals, 27 assists. Obviously, just a very good all-around defenseman. Offering up Jerry Lowe's on there. Salary, plus he'd be taking over his spot. And then Kondrativ, he's the high elite goalie. We actually just got 2031. Might as well, try and get something for him. The value would actually be slightly on our side. He's on the block. Let's see what they say. Trades rejected. We're quite far off, they said. I don't understand that. Like, what's the point of the, trade value bar? We do have a couple of skaters there, elite potential. Doesn't make a ton of sense to move them if we don't need to. This guy's 55, Barry, never going to actually grow for us. And he gets a trade to go through, so perfect. Probably the only move we'll make. Again, Carlson, Clark, we just don't have the money for. Hughes as well, extended there. Obviously, Hannafin was the backup to Sanderson, so I think we just stay put. Our forward group's really, really nice. I guess Gabe Perreault here, because he's unsigned, we could look to make a move for to replace Jack Quinn next season. Also, I forget how it works. If we sign him, can he play in the playoffs? I guess we'll find out. And of course, too, we still have a ton of medium league goalies, so we could move on from one here to make this trade happen. Maybe trade champion, trying to become the champions. I'm thinking him with Haller here. Medium elite defenseman, 67 overall, will probably never make the team. The value is actually on our side quite a bit with those trades. And I could throw on Brashear to this trade, 2371, low top 6, just a body. At that point, I think this will go through. We could even maybe get a pick back. We'll ask for a fourth there with Gabe Perreault. And they say no. Okay, take the fourth off. Still, they said a bit off in value. So we'll add a fourth round pick to our side. Again, this is with a medium league defenseman, medium league goalie. And they say yes. Okay, so, I mean, I'd even look into if we can afford Perreault, but I feel like between, Forsberg and Quinn, we can. And obviously, he'll just make our team so much better for next season. And after that, guys, the trade deadline's now complete. So I think we get some really good work. Obviously, Sanderson for this season, Perreault for next season. And looking around the rest of the league here, you got Honzek there going to the Rangers. Ottawa actually flipped Jamie Lowe's onto Buffalo, which is kind of funny. Our trade for Sanderson. Alex Newhook returns to Montreal. Seamus Casey there to the Golden Knights. Melendijk there to Leafs. Wallander the Canadians. Lucas Reichel to the Oilers. Mayhew to the Red Wings. Let's see. Middlestat there to the Rangers. Broberg to the Canucks. Very to the Panthers. Andreanov to the Jets. They get another good goalie. Brad Lambert, they'll go the other way. And then Otto Ratu there to the Blues for Theo Lindstein. And after the trade deadline, guys, just an updated look at the team. Obviously, the forward group here is the same. Defensively, so we made some changes. Byers, McAvoy, now the top pair, getting a +5. DuPont, Sanderson also get a +5. I mean, that top 4 is 90+. I don't see any team matching with that. We also have Gooley still in the bottom pair with Vasilyev. Now, I was actually going to keep DuPont on the top pair, but look at how much chemistry we lose. I don't think that makes sense. I feel like +4 chemistry on each of the top, D pairings does, make more sense there. No change to goaltending. I also don't think Sanderson's played on any power play, but he is on the second PK as well as the second 3-man PK. So, I mean, bringing a 90 overall defenseman, you know, should be a plus. AHL team, I believe, is the same. Don't think we actually lost anybody. And I'm curious to see here too, guys. So, Gabe Perreault, we cannot offer contract to. All right, so I guess we'll have to wait till the summer. I was curious what his ask was going to be. And so rather than the season now, guys, record here, 51-22-9. Team absolutely crushed it. Still, though, only second in the division. Panthers there beat us out with 117. And we did finish, though, second in the entire league. So, of course, we got the President's winner in our division. Happens all the time. AHL team, first place there. 97 points, 45, 18, and 7 record. So, they also had a very good season. And look at this guy. I haven't even clicked on the stat page yet. Pasternak, though, popped off. 122 points, 80 goal season. He was pissed. We accidentally had him off the power play last year. I still can't believe I did that. And, I mean, honestly, he would have been off the power play, I think, when we won the Stanley Cup, right? Or actually, no, it would have been fixed after the trade deadline, luckily. So it would have just been from the start of the season until the trade deadline. But that's crazy. He comes back, pots 80 goals, almost a goal a game. I mean, come on. How is he not going to win the Hart, Art Ross, Maurice Richard? McTavish there, 109 points, 69 assists. Very, very nice. I mean, yeah, his best season yet by far. Hagen's popped off. That entire just first line is so good. Barzell in the second, big drop off. I mean, top line doing a lot of the heavy lifting. 58 points there from McAvoy, slowing down. DuPont, his best season yet, 39. You'd like a bit more from a 93 overall franchise defenseman, but not too bad. Rubric, Zach in the 50s. Sanderson here, I'm not going to guess, had many points with us. Yeah, only 6 and 19. Also was a -3, which isn't ideal, but I mean, +5 chem the second pairing. I think we're just going to, you know, hope that turns around. The rest of the team here, Forsberg -10, so that third line could have been better, but I mean, the top 6 is so good. There's really nothing we can switch. Swayman there, 43 wins, 911 save percentage, 267 goals against. AHL here, let's see. Day actually got more starts than DiPietro. Interesting, as they're both 78 overall. And look at the skaters here. Captain led the way, 68 points. And now, moment of truth here. Do we have an Art Ross Trophy winner? And we do. Let's go. So, Posh is taking home Art Ross, probably Ted Lindsay, Hart, Maurice Richard there. What a year for him. You had Matthews at 2. Fantilli, huge year, 118. He's down 91. Nylander, Johnson, that Yas guy, Marchenko. So, the CBJ top line, they popped off. Even McTavish is up there. And yeah, I mean, goals, no one even close. Usually there's someone in the 60s. Pasta just cleared all of them. So, what a season. Defensively, Quinn Hughes there at the Flyers, 91 points. Higher points and plus minus than Makar. So he's finally going to take the Norse back from Makar, who's won it like, what, 5 seasons in a row at this point. Goalies here, Lascelles, 44 wins, 84 overall. Wow, so he's looking really good. Swayman was second. He also, wow, 9 shutouts for Lascelles. Save percentage for his starter is going to be, yeah, there's no way he doesn't win the Vezina. 9 shutouts, most wins. You had the highest save percentage and lowest goals against for like a full the guy's played 71 games. I don't even know how maybe his backup must be absolutely terrible. And then rookie skaters, Urkamp's there in Tampa, 55 points. And now look at the entire league here, guys. Like I said, we did finish second there behind the Florida Panthers. You had, wow, a lot of teams, 10 there with 100 plus points. Rangers kind of got screwed. Flames squeaking, 17. Penguins last place with the Sharks. It's actually pretty similar to what's going to happen this year probably. Goals for, Buffalo led the way. We were third. And then goals against, you had Florida there at the best. We were third best. So our team, like I said, is in a very good spot. All we have to do now is hope for, you know, some luck here in the playoff sim. Now looking at Buffalo here, guys, we played them quite a bit. Benson, Yoss, and Thompson still at first line. 77 Raquel on the seconds. Really interesting. Lawrence there, Tovnin, Voronkov, they got a 79 Waugh, Norris. I don't know why McLeod wouldn't be playing 3C. Defensively here, Dahlin's leading the way. They still got Byron Power. Okay, goaltending, Lehkonen. I guess Levi would actually be the starter. So they're a solid team. We beat them before in the playoffs. I'm trying to think. I feel like they probably beat us at least once so far in this series. But here we go, guys. First 2 games are going to be at home. Defending Stanley Cup champions. Can we go back-to-back? And now game 1's a win there, 5-3. Unfortunately, game 2 we lose. 3-2 in OT. So, I mean, I'll take 1-1 here, headed to Buffalo. Not too bad. Obviously, this would be the 2 versus the 3. We got 4-3 win there, game 3. 5-4 in game 4. So all we have to do now is win one of these next 3 games. We're moving on to round 2, and they get it done. 4-1 win. So they handled Buffalo pretty easy there, I will say. Next up, we got the Lightning. And so now look at the Tampa Bay Lightning here, guys. Wow, they actually signed Timmy Stützle, playing between Braden Point, Brandon Hagel. Kucherov no longer on the team. Of course, we saw him in free agency. DeBrusque is there with Geeky and Urkamps. Okay, you got Cronwall back. Berard. I mean, wow, they have no depth. Like the bottom 6, there's all in the 70s. Defensively, they're not good at all. All low 80s. I mean, our worst defenseman right now is Vasilev, who's an 83. So our worst guy is tied with their best there in Lindgren. And then goaltending, they still have Vasilevsky's down to 76. So Akira Schmid was their starter there at 80. I mean, obviously anything can happen in hockey, but if we lose to this team. I don't know, over a 7-game series, like 1 game's one thing, but 7 games, you got the best team in the playoffs on paper versus the worst. And we're tied 1-1. Won the first game 5-1, lost the next in OT. I mean, obviously they're doing something right, though. They did make it to round 2. After I say that, though, we actually take the 2 games in Tampa. So same spot as before, up 3-1, and big win there in game 5, 9-5. Moving on now to conference final for, I think, the 3rd straight year. So 8-2 so far in the playoffs. And who are we going to play? We got the Maple Leafs. Okay, so we actually avoided the President's Trophy winning Panthers. I guess the Maple Leafs must have taken them out. And so we got a classic matchup here, guys. Bruins versus Maple Leafs. Their first line still Nyes, Matthew, and Nylander going top heavy. They got Cowan on the second line now with Robertson, Michelli. Okay, so that's a pretty small second line there. Soderblom, though, makes up for it. 6-8 there on the third. They also don't have a ton of depth in the bottom 6, just like Tampa. And their defense is also nowhere near ours. Like, our top 4 is 90+. Their best guy is Haig and Moser, both 83s. That is our worst guy in Vasilyev. They got an 83 starting goalie. I mean, they're just getting carried by the top line. Now, Joseph Woll's killing it for them, guys. 9.48 save percentage, below 2 goals against. So I guess that's why they're making such a deep playoff run. Look at the matchup. We're first in goals for. They're first on goals against, obviously. Our power plays 1 there, too. PK-wise, they're a little bit better. Barzell actually are leading playoff scorers. And so, I mean, the fact that we're getting this done without the top line, you know, really going off for us is pretty impressive. Leafs are also 8-1 right now, whereas we're 8-2. So, 2 best teams in the East. Makes sense we're matched up. And they're up 2-0 early. Chatfield there, Matthews. 4-1 now. McTavish, our lone goal. And 4-3, okay, Pasta, Barzell. They made it a game. Unfortunately, we lose that first one. And now game 2 here, guys. Let's see. We're down 1 early. Nylander, still 1-0 after 2. A lot of shots. And 2-1. What a comeback. Quinn there, and then Pasta with the game winner. Now game 3 here, guys, in Toronto. Up 2 early. Let's go. DuPont, Sanderson. 2 defensemen there, both on the same pairing. DuPont was actually power play goal. Sanderson again, Rubrick. And we hold on there to take a 2-1 lead. Now game 4 here, guys. Up 3 early. Wow. Quint, Minton, McTavish. Let's see, 5-1 after 2. We are just dominating. So, you lost the first game. Kind of a wake-up call there for the boys. And now they're on a roll. And now here we go, guys. Game 5. Chance to advance the Stanley Cup Final. Back-to-back years. Up 1 early. Pavel Zacha. 2-1 now. Pasternak, Robertson. Can we get there? Okay, 3-3. It's OT. And are you kidding me? The Leafs. Okay, force 1 more game. And now here we go, guys. Game 6. Hopefully this one doesn't go 7. We're in Toronto. Up 1 early. Pasta the power play goal. And then, wow. Second period, Leafs answered back. 3-2 now. Chance in the third. Are you kidding me? So, Pasta, you know, made it a game for us. Could not find the tying goal. 3-1 lead. And now we're headed to 7 with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're trying to do to us or actually, you know what? When they lost back in, what was that? I should know. 2014. They were down 3-1, forced game 7. They were up in game 7. And then the Bruins there clutched up. So, we'll try and do something similar here. Get ourselves back to Stanley Cup Final. And we're down 1 early. Soderblom, okay. 3-3, big second period. Harrison, Zacha, and Byers for us. Resume simulation here. Look at that. We're doubling their shots. They're on the power play, though. Kill it off. That's good to see. Come on. Approaching the halfway point here of the third. Team needs to lock in. Find a way to win this thing. Shots. We're in the 40s. They're in the 20s. Like, come on. Joseph Woll's just been staying on his head. We're pushing 50 shots now. Is this thing going to go to OT? It is. Okay, so here we go. Let's do it, Pasta. Who else? With the OT game and series winner. Punches our ticket to the Stanley Cup Final. Where we're going to face, let's see, the Colorado Avalanche. Okay, so this should be a good one. That's actually who we played last year. I mentioned it being like, you know, the Ray Bourque Stanley Cup matchup. And we get it once again. And so now look at this Avs team, guys. You got Ehlers, McKinnon, and Natchez on the first line. Nichushkin there down to an 80. Played with McMichael, Cardi. Third line there looks okay. I mean, I guess this team maybe looks a bit better than some other ones. Makar, of course, making up for the pretty lackluster defense. And then goaltending-wise, they got 84 Blackwood. So, I mean, on paper, we're still better. Goaltending matchup, Swayman's better. In terms of the rest of the matchup, we're first in goals for. They're second. Our goals against is better. Power play's a lot better. PK slightly better than McKinnon there. Is the playoff scoring leader between the two teams. But obviously, we have that depth. Barzell is still a leader for us, so that's good to see. And we're actually going to have home ice advantage, guys, for this Stanley Cup Finals. So let's see if we can win back-to-back. First game in Boston at the Garden. Here we go. And 1-1 here. Power play goal for Quinn. McKinnon for them. 2-1 now. McTavish. And 4-3, hold on. Quinn and Zach each add 1. Then Forster, McBain for them. And now here we go, guys. Game 2. Up 2-0 early. Barzell and Harrison. 3-1. Cardi for them. Zacha for us. 8-1. What a third period. Are you kidding me? Quinn with a couple. Harrison also got his second. What a statement there. Okay, so up 2-0 now. We are 2 games away from back-to-back cups. And actually, guys, look at this. I just realized AHL teams also in the Calder Cup final. They're currently actually tied 2-2 with the Colorado Eagles. So what are the chances? You got Boston versus Colorado in both the NHL and the AHL. So hopefully we can win both trophies here. Game 3 now in Denver. Let's get started. First period, down 2-1. Pasta for us. 2-2, Barzell. 4-4, we're going to OT. And let's go, the comeback. Again, it's Pasta in OT. What an absolute machine. He's been having a career year. Really cannot ask for anything more than what he's already given us. So here we go. Game 4 now. Chance to win the Stanley Cup in a sweep in Colorado. AHL team also has a chance to win. They're up 3-2. So imagine that both teams won it on the same day. That'd be pretty crazy. I wonder if that's ever happened. Same day, 2 franchises. Here we go. And 1-1. Rubric for us. Forster them. And got it shorthanded. 3-2. Okay, we're down. They're putting up a fight. McKinnon with a couple. We'll resume simulation here. I almost simmed it, but if we come back, obviously we want to see that Stanley Cup. So down 4-2. Not looking amazing here for the sweep. And we only got a couple of minutes left now, guys. Unfortunately, could not get the sweep, but that is okay. Obviously, we still have 3 chances here to lift Lord Stanley. And look at that. Good news is Providence Bruins take home the Calder Cup. That was in Colorado. So, you know what? They're winning away. Hopefully, the NHL team, though, can take this thing at home. They're going to have 2 chances. Hopefully, they don't need that second one. Here we go, guys. Game 5. Are you kidding me? Down too early. All right. 3-1 now. I mean, we have a chance. We're actually outshooting them again. There we go. Pasta makes it a game 3-2. Still lots of time left. We're only halfway through the third period. They have a power play, which needs to be killed, and it was. Okay, we're approaching like the 5-minute mark. Boston scored 3 goals in this time before. And we need a late game heroics. Oh, I was, maybe that could have been a shorty. Nichushkin, though, on the power play. McBain with the empty netter. All right, so game 6 now. Colorado is putting up a fight. They're not going down. Obviously, a couple years ago, Florida was up 3-0 on Edmonton. They still ended up having to go to 7 where they won. So, I mean, we always have a chance no matter what as long as we're still playing the game. Game 6, here we go. Down 2-1. All right, Pasta, he needs help. 4-2. I'll resume simulation, but this is not looking good. McKinnon makes it 5-2. That's probably all she wrote. And so, unfortunately, guys, we lost that one 5-2, which means it all comes down to this. Game 7, Stanley Cup final. Do or die. Obviously, we had that 3-0 lead, and none of that matters. The last 3 games we lost, that doesn't matter. 1 game for a chance to win the cup. Can they do it? Here we go. At home. First period. Up 2-0. Let's go. Rubric with 2. That's what we want to see. It's from the young guy. 2-1 now. Girard on the power play. Pulls it close. We are leading them in shots. They have another power play, and we're luckily able to kill it. Pasta there adds 1. Hopefully that's just an insurance goal. All right, we're approaching the halfway point here of the third period as with power play again. And we kill it off. All right, so about 5 minutes left to go. 3-1 lead. 3 minutes. Come on. 2, 1.5. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds from greatness. Here we go, guys. I just looked at the ratings quick. They should pop up here. But how are we this close? We have 5 better offense, 19 better defense. I did do math. And then 8 better goaltending. Like, how is this game this close? But you know what? It is. But you know what? It is what it is. As long as 30 seconds here, they don't play like absolute idiots, we'll be okay. Looks like they pulled the goalie here. 22 to go. And are you kidding me, guys? Nick Ehlers comes down and scores 1. So the Avs are only down 1 now. I think there should be, not enough time left, luckily. 7 seconds here, guys. I mean, literally just jump on the puck. Okay, there we go. Big face-off win. Pasta there. Passes it up. Doesn't even care. Boys are still trying to make a play. McTavish winds up. And there you have it. Boston Bruins are back-to-back Stanley Cup champion. I mean, looking through the rosters of all the teams we were playing, we definitely were the best on paper. So, it makes a lot of sense to me while we were able to get this done. Still, like the Colorado Avalanche there, forced us to 7, which I think is kind of crazy. And there you have it, guys. Barzell won the Conn Smythe Trophy. I mean, led our team in points, so it makes a ton of sense. And there you have it, guys. Charlie McAvoy once again going out to lift the Stanley Cup with that knockoff Gary Bettman. Always fine to me. Like, I guess it kind of looks like him, but I always thought they could have maybe done a little bit better. Let's see here who we have as options for the McAvoy first handoff. All right, Sanderson we just got, so I don't think he's won a cup yet because Ottawa has. So yeah, we'll go with Jake Sanderson there. So there we go. He hands it off to Jake Sanderson first, the guy we get the deadline. That's pretty fitting. And then next up here, let's see. I mean, Caden Gooley, I guess. I'm trying to think like realistically who'd be getting the cup in these handoffs. And you know what? I'm just curious to see Salvador Quint here, the rookie. He would not be getting it third, but what's he look like? Okay, no offense to anyone that's bald, but... Oh, no, he's not bald. He's got, like, the slim, shady, bleached blonde hair. Okay, I was going to say, dude's 20, already rocking full bald head, but no. Slim Shady on the team with the beard. All right. And now here, guys, you got the iconic Stanley Cup pick. Luckily, too, when you go back-to-back, they hold up the 2 fingers. I don't think they hold up 3 yet, which they definitely should, right? If you get a 3-peat, how do they not add that? But we'll take the 2. Of course, here you got the new cutscene, team celebrating in the locker room, which is really cool to see. That guy looked like straight up a Be A Pro character, like he was the default face, default hair. And there you have it, guys. Boston Bruins, Stanley Cup champions. Again, that list of names there, absolutely stacked roster. Really wish, too, on the left it would show, like, you know, Boston Bruins 2030, 31. Hopefully they can update that at some point. And so there you have it, guys. A clean sweep for the organization. Stanley Cup champs, Boston Bruins, Calder Cup champs, Providence Bruins. That's what you like to see. That's always the goal in franchise. If you win in both organizations same year, that is huge. LA there, picking first overall, jump from 5 to 1. Pittsburgh able to stay at 2. And next year, guys, taking the retired players. Accidentally simmed a couple days, so I'll have to take a look at the stat page after. Alexander Barkov called it a career, 36 years old, but still 84 overall. Claude Giroux, Sam Reinhart. Wait, Giroux was 44, down to a 72. My goodness. And O'Reilly, they're retired. That's why they were offering him to us. Zuccarello, Teravainen, Hall. Okay, so some pretty big names. No one too crazy. I saw Landeskog, Wilson, Mantha there, Uyghur. Goaltending-wise, you got Connor Hellebuck. That's probably the biggest retirement. 79 overall. Vasilevsky, oh my goodness. 2 of the best goalies retired same year. And now look at the playoff tree here, guys. Of course, we know our road to it. The Avs there beat the Jets in 5, Wild in 7, Stars in 6 before losing to us in 7. AHL team there, we actually never looked, but they beat the Phantoms in 4, Checkers in 4, swept the Monsters there, and then beat the Colorado Eagles in 6. So again, what a year here for the franchise. Player stats, so Barzal in the playoffs popped off. 31 points, 24 games. Pretty crazy, as he had a pretty lackluster season. And he also had no penalties in the playoffs. Jeez, so you got the Lady Bing there, the playoffs. Pasta, of course, wow, 20 goals, just kept scoring at will. Almost a goal a game is crazy in the playoffs. Rubric also 26 points. That second line really came alive there when we needed them to, which is awesome to see. Goalies here, Swayman 913, 2.8. Definitely happy with that. So let's see if it is the year of Pastrnak. Of course, we got the back-to-back Stanley Cups for their President's Trophy. Clarence Campbell there, Colorado back-to-back, so like Edmonton real life. Boston back-to-back, Prince of Wales. And there you have it, yeah. Pastrnak, Art Ross Trophy, and the Hart. Quinn Hughes, James Norris. You also had Pastrnak being the Lady Bing, my goodness. Urkamp's Calder, Barzal, Conn Smythe. LaSalle got the Vezina. Wolf there got the William Jennings. Kerslack, Bill Masterton. Sharp there, Devils coach Jack Adams. Carlson, Selke. Pastrnak, Ted Lindsay. Pastrnak, Maurice Richard. Yeah, what a year for him. Providence Bruins, though, take home the Calder Cup. The Marlies actually won the regular season. Individually, Elijah Lindholm down the AHL the most points. That's interesting. Captain, though, got MVP. I didn't think he did that good. That's actually really interesting. Mackenzie Weegar got best defenseman before retiring. All right, also interesting. Tomasino, MVP of the playoffs there. So overall, pretty happy. Day also, Sloat DiPietro, back-to-back seasons, lowest goals against in the league. And so at the draft now, guys, this of course will be our final draft. You just got medium elites at the top. Kind of surprising. Like, there was never a high elite, you know, medium franchise. After the first few years, we already had real ones. Those early drafts are definitely the best. Medium bomb 6 gem. Okay, Camp. I'm going to try to remember his name because that doesn't really make any sense. I'm not going to take him. I'm just kind of curious to see how good he'll end up being. Now, let's see. We do have Morrow, could be medium elite. I don't think we have a first rounder. If we do have a late first, LaBelle there at 21 wouldn't be too bad. I don't know how I missed this gem here. Guaranteed low elite. Going to go like 7th round from Hungary. That's a steal. Also got a couple second rounder, guaranteed medium top 6 players. And a medium top 4 defenseman is going to be 2nd round pick. And we do have pick number 32 here, guys. So we'll see kind of what's available. Wow. There's teams taking medium top 9 forwards at the end of the first round. That is tough. So 83 medium elite first pick is really solid. You can see Montreal there messed up. Vegas, Carolina also get medium elite players. Now, there probably won't be anyone that slips. It's kind of weird. So like in the early drafts where you have real players, the medium elite CPU generated guys will slip. But when there's, you know, later years, it's kind of like everyone knows about them because they are the top players. So at this point, does it make sense to trade back? I actually take Kovacs here, only a little bit early. Actually, TA is only 2 years as well. This could be a really good player from Switzerland. And yeah, 6-7 overall, medium top 6. The last pick in the first isn't too bad. Now picking 42. Hopefully that one guy is still there. Sontag, medium top 6. Low elite Simon. You can see Alvin Kemp's still there. I'm going to take Koivunen though, the guarantee medium top 4. And 68 overall. That's also like really solid. Early 2nd round pick. And Kemp actually ended up being a medium top 6. 66 overall. Okay, so our scouts were right about him being a gem. Brennan there, low elite's not that bad. We're now picking 64, so end of the second. Honestly, based on potential, I guess we take a chance on Vermette here. Could be a medium elite goalie. Obviously, that would just be trade bait for us next season. And he's a medium starter. Okay, so could have been better. Pick number 69. Honestly, probably should trade this, but you know what? We'll try to make a nice pick here. I don't even know like what's available. This guy could be medium starter. Ulf Erzberg, Swedish defenseman, medium top 6. And next year, guys, making a trade with the Canadians, offering up a 4 or 5 this year for a 6 this year, 4 next year. Basically, there's no one else I want other than the guy that's going to go like late round. I'm taking a 6 this year just because, you know, why do them a favor? Take a 7th. Might as well take a 6th round pick. We'll just take our guy a little bit early. Len Curtis, guaranteed low elite gem there. 52 overall, so he's low rated, but still. I think that's, you know, pretty good draft for having just won the Stanley Cup. We got some good value picks. And so now, guys, it's time to re-sign players. James Hagen's obviously priority number 1. We got $35 million in cap space. Take a look. He wants 20.7. I mean, I think we can pay him. I don't really want to pay him that. 1 year doesn't really drop at all. The good thing is, the higher the number, the more you can take off to save. We can't, like, this first line's so good. At 18 million, it actually looks like there's still a chance. It's like in the last 2 bars. So we'll try this. I mean, it's only a little bit more than Kaprizov, right? Not too bad. Now, 18 million would give us 17. I mean, Sanderson, we kind of always knew was a rental. Yeah, he wants 12 million bucks. We'll be okay, I think. After that, Barzell, I'd like to bring back. He wants 9. Okay, and then Zaka, if he wants like 7, which he does, we could probably bring back both these guys, especially if they both take like $1 million less. We'll try 6.25 there on Zaka, which is actually exactly what we offered him before. You know what? Let me add a full no move. That actually gets it to jump way up, so we could probably get away with like 5.75 full no move. Barzell wants 2 years on his $9 million deal, and at 7.75, he's got a lot of interest still. So if we can do that, we should be able to keep all these guys. Now, Gabe Perreault was 88, dropped to 85. Also, too, we can qualify him for 2.4. So we're going to not lose him for nothing no matter what. He wants 8. So he's a guy we could play hardball with and hopefully get like signed to a 1-year deal come the fall. Jack Quinn, of course, wanted way too much. He actually dropped to 4.6. So if we can't get Perreault, well, you know what? We have to sign him now. He did drop to 84. We're just going to hope Perreault we can, you know, somehow keep. Tomasino was AHL MVP. He wants less than $1 million, so we'll bring him back. Supposedly here I could make an offer to. Wants 1.2. I was hoping to be a little bit cheaper. Right now, he would be our 6th defenseman. We also got Mason Roy here, who's not that bad. Like, physically, defensively, he's good, which is kind of all we need on that bottom pair. He probably would grow if we told him to, like, increase defense awareness. Yeah, supposedly, I think we can honestly let go at that price. Roy makes the jump. And look at the AHL goalies. Day wants to come back, league min. I mean, him and DiPietro back-to-back years, lowest goals against in the AHL. No reason to break them up. And now looking at the 4th line. So Harrison wants 2.8 as an 80. It's just way too much money. And again, Brabennik could play there if we need him to. Kapanen was good in the AHL, but 1.5. Not going to be a 4th liner. We got to let him go. Ludwinski has been solid. If we can get him for like 1.75 1 year. And then Beck, I mean, under $1 million could potentially replace Harrison. Also, Forsberg, guys, all the way down to a 78 now. Still 37, wants $1 million. I mean, he could just be a super AHL player for us. 1 year, 1 mil. And like Repkov here, he's done growing, but the AHL team did win the call there. So I'm going to try and bring some of these guys back. Basically, as long as they ask for less than $1 million, I'll bring them back. Wow, and look at this, guys. Zaka rejected the offer. He says, nothing wrong with it. I just need to test free agency. That is pretty annoying. No loyalty there from the 35 vet. After back-to-back cups, Forsberg comes back. So again, I think he'll just be like an AHL superstar. Barzell said yes. I think we got a really good contract on him. Beck there, Ludwinski. Waiting to hear back from Hagens. Also said nothing wrong with it. I just want to test free agency. I mean, I don't know how much sense that makes when we're coming off back-to-back cups. So for Hagens, I'll try offering an extra 500K. And then Zaka here will do an extra 250K. It was 6.25. Now it's 650. And we'll do a full NMC. I mean, at that point, the contract interest is like the max. And yeah, there we go. Zaka did say yes. And Hagens said yes. Leaves us with 4.7 million, which I think we can make happen for Pro. Again, we just have to play hardball, wait out until the fall, especially then you can move guys down so you have less guys on the roster, giving you a bit more cap space. Also, Pasternak, guys, make it 11-7 when Hagen just got paid 18.5. What an absolute steal for Pasta. And I just realized, too, guys, because Forsberg's down the AHL, we actually will need a 3rd-line winger along with Perreault. So hopefully there's somebody available in free agency for cheap. And so now, guys, we're at day 1 of free agency. Like I was saying, hopefully we can find, you know, a bit of a steal here. Yas wants 23.3. He, of course, the guy that went above DuPont, has been a stud for Buffalo. Carlson, 17. Same with Clark. Sanderson, 12. Sandy Pellica. I mean, look at some of these asks. Pretty crazy, but, I mean, in 2032 with the cap at, what, well, 122 million, it does make sense. And looking at goalies, guys, there's actually no one really good available. Soderblom's the top guy, only 82 overall. And I want to pick up a couple of HL defensemen, guys. Leo Salin Wallanoos here, 78. Gustin as well, 25, 76. Medium top 6, not too bad. And I simmed forward a few days, guys, looking for some deals in free agency. And look at this. Sokolov, 22-year-old, 83 overall, power forward left winger. Only wants 1.7. That's exactly what we're looking for. Put Pearl on the other side. We could probably offer him, I mean, we don't want to obviously offer him too much less, but we'll just give him exactly what he wants. He should auto accept. And there we go, he does. Now, some other guys we could have gotten that were only a little bit more money that might have been, you know, more impactful. Connor Garland, 36 years old, but he's got a couple X factors, slightly higher rated. Also, too, I see that Jack Quinn was still there. Also could have went for like a Nick Schmaltz, but I think every dollar counts when we're trying to get pro signed, so hopefully that guy's decent at least. And so we're in the fall now, guys. We got just under $6 million to sign Gabe Perreault. His ask is actually 4.6, so that's perfect. Obviously, try and give us a little bit of wiggle room here for the trade deadline. Also, Marco Sturm's talking to us here. Season goal, obviously, back-to-back Cup champs. He's expecting another one, and then preseason focus. I think this time you have to do the speed. A lot of guys honestly do have a bit lower speed, so that should help us out. And there we go, guys. Pro did say yes, so that worked out really well for us. And after signing Gabe Perreault, guys, we actually still have 2.4 million in cap space, which is pretty solid. And now next, you guys will look at the team for next season. Obviously, keeping that first line together. Hagens actually has a couple blue X factors now. McTavish's there, 94. Pasta's down to 92, but I mean, obviously, it's just because of his age. He just came off a career year. Barzell, Zach, and Rubik still our second line. We got Sokolov, Quint, and Perreault now on the third, with Ludwinski, Minton, and Bolin on the fourth. And I should mention, too, Bolin here's the guy that actually went 5th overall to the LA Kings. We traded for him a few years ago. Now an 80 grinder there. Hopefully can help out that fourth line. Defensively, DuPont, McAvoy back to the top pair. Less chemistry, but it is our best guys. Gooley, Byers, Roy, and Vasilyev on the bottom. Luckily, Vasilyev, 85 overall now, only making league min. That is huge. Goaltending-wise, Swayman, 92 now. He just keeps getting better. Tobesh backed him up. AHL, keeping the same two goalies there. In terms of the forward line, you got Forsberg, our veteran, with Tomasino, Weisblatt, Predum, Beck, and Pessinen. I feel like it's pretty solid. Even the bottom six, mostly high 70s. Defensively there, also mostly high 70 players. As I say that, I noticed this 72 that's in. I don't know why they scratched 77 Gustafson for him. That's just EA things, I guess. But finally here, guys, I'll show the ratings for the final season, Season 8. Really hoping we can actually pull off the three-peat here. So we've got 92 offense, 94 defense, 94 goaltending. I think this is the first time our offensive rating has been the lowest thing on the team. So we'll see what happens in the last episode, guys. If you enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.